Hello, my friend. I hope you are having the most incredible week. For me, it's been one of the most thrilling weeks, actually. I'm crossing off a lot of big projects off my to-do list right now, and it's kind of like I've woken up today with this newfound drive, and I am ready to share that energy with you today. So this episode is definitely one for the books. I want to teach you how to make really great reels and make use of the fantastic marketing opportunity that they really are. So let's start from the very basics. Instagram Reels are probably one of the easiest ways to push video content out on Instagram. More people spend a lot more time watching Reels than any other kind of video content or reading captions specifically. That means when you make Reels, you're reaching out to more people than you would have if you just posted a photo on your feed. Yes, it is that simple. I know that in the back end of content creation, our goal really is to reach new people and get ourselves out there. That way, we keep growing our business and making a bigger impact. But what I'm seeing happen right now is so many content creators, business owners, entrepreneurs, and heck, even social media managers, they're not using Reels. And that's a huge missed opportunity in the Instagram world. So sadly, too many business owners, they're just not interested in making Reels. And the one big reason that I hear repeatedly is that people just don't know how to do it. Yeah, they might know the basics like clicking on the reels and recording a video, but they don't know how to make a reel look good. So that's what I want to clear up today. It's really not as complicated as a lot of people make it seem. Sure, the videos are fun, they're creative, and they're valuable, but the platform Instagram, it's given us so many tools to edit videos and make them perform extremely well, even without having any idea how to record fancy high-end videos. My goal for you is by the time that we're finished up here today, you can make reels that will make you proud and will actually do wonders for your business. So let's get right to it. I want to repeat one thing. Making reels is extremely easy and fun. Now, it does take time and practice, but we all start not knowing what the heck we're doing. Seriously, go back to my very first reel. I have actually contemplated deleting it so many times because it's kind of embarrassing. But I've encouraged myself to keep it up simply to show you that I even had no idea what I was doing in the first place when Reels came out. I just knew it was an online trend that would help me reach more people online. Eventually, it got fun. And now it allows me to be creative in this totally different way than I am every single day. And when you get there, you won't be able to stop. Trust me, I've been where you are right now. And my transition from real newbie to a real master, let's say, it happened relatively quickly. The same is going to happen for you. So let's talk about the basics, okay? Before you even think about creating a reel, you should think about who you are talking to and what one message you want to get across during that reel. Is it to inspire someone, to celebrate an accomplishment, to teach them something, to speak to a pain point? What is your main message? How do you want them to feel after the reel is actually done? When you have an idea of what you want them to get out of your reel, your content for your reel will come off a lot more valuable. To actually create your first reel, you need to open up your Instagram stories, go to your camera, and then select the reel option on the very bottom. Before we continue, let me give you my first piece of advice. This is an easy one for you. Everything is better with music. Seriously, every single thing is better with music. If you are making food, put on some music. If you're doing chores, let's say the laundry, put on some music. If you're making reels, yep, you got it. Music makes it better. Now, one thing I always tell people is to remember to add good music to their reels. Even if people don't stay for your content, get them to stay for the music. Now anyways, before you shoot your video, try to pick out a song from the Instagram music library to go with your reel. The great thing that Instagram allows you to do is to choose the exact part of the song or the music that you want to feature within your reel. And if the content you are trying to push involves you actually speaking, you can do a voiceover over that song. That way you have the best of both worlds. But remember, if your account is set to public, people who see your reel will be able to use your audio by clicking on it and clicking the use audio option. Now, of course, that means you can also use other people's audios to record your own reels by doing the exact same thing. The next step is to set your timer and do a countdown. So the timer, it allows you to record any of your clips hands-free. Once you press record, you're gonna see this 3, 2, 1 countdown before recording begins for the amount of time that you've actually selected. So if you're familiar with Instagram stories, you know that the feature allows you to choose any number of effects from the effects libraries to make your stories with. The same thing with reels, the same way it works. You can choose exciting effects or filters from the video library to record your reels with. One of the coolest things about Instagram Reels is the slowdown feature. This means that you can speed up or you can speed down any part of the video that you want with an easy to use timer. So this allows you to stay on the beats on a song or have slow motion videos. Now, after playing around with effects, slowing down the video and all of that, it's time to shoot your reel. One of the biggest complaints that people have when they get to this point is that they have no creativity and no idea what to do. Well, in my opinion, everyone is creative. You just have to find it. All you need is that little nudge. And I found that that little nudge is to just start creating something. No matter what it is at this point. Again, go back to my first reels. It's pretty embarrassing. But what this means is that you should start first. Just start shooting something, and the rest it's gonna start to come. What I would suggest doing at this stage is to look at other people's reels. Use that as your inspiration. Tweak those for your message specifically. And if you still find it challenging to shoot videos because you really don't know what to do, then you're gonna love my next episode because that is exactly what I'll be talking about. We're gonna come up with some awesome ideas for your reels. So where were we? Oh yeah, okay, so recording videos. So recording a reel is very similar to recording a video for Instagram stories. All you need to do is point, press the capture button, and hold it, or if you're using the countdown timer, you press it once, take a step back, and prepare to start recording. You'll see a progress indicator at the very top of your screen as you are actually recording. Now, there's one thing that you have to remember. Reels can actually be recorded in small clips. That is, you can record little bits of a video and then piece them all together to make one creative reel. That's why it seems like some people can piece together videos from 2 different places and even 2 different times on their actual reels. You don't even have to record these videos through the Reel app either. You can actually just swipe on up and then you can add them by clicking the small squares right below the Reels capture button. Once you've done that with your video, you can spice things up by adding in effects to your videos like GIFs, stickers, text, whatever the heck you want to do. Reels also allow you to select the point where your text appears, giving you more control on how your content eventually looks. That's how you can actually create a reel. So if you need some inspiration, head on over to my Instagram at Lisa Ann Coaching. I actually have a lot of step-by-step tutorials on there on how to do transitions and even add in your text. So now that you have your reel made, there's only really one thing left to do, and that's actually sharing it. So one of the reasons why the reel feature is so popular on Instagram is the different ways that you can share content made on the actual platform. So for example, when you share Instagram Reels, you can edit the thumbnail with a customized photo. You can also add a caption and hashtags to increase your visibility. You can tag your friends, and you can even select where you want your reel to be shared. If you have a public account, which you should have, especially if you're running a business account, your reel can also appear in the Explore tab. So when someone sees your reel, they like it, they share it, the audience that they share it with will then see your username, your hashtags, your caption, your music, your effects, they'll see it all. So if you make your reel with certain effects or songs or hashtags, people will also be able to see it when they go through the catalog of other people have used the same effects, songs, or hashtags. Now, of course, this increases the chance of people seeing your video and engaging with it. Now, aside from all of this, You can also post the reel on your Instagram feed, and it will appear under your reel section on Instagram. These amazing sharing options are one thing that Instagram stories just don't have. And that's just one of the reasons why Reels are better at reaching new audiences than Instagram stories or any other tool, at this point at least. But we also got to talk about how many people are actually making Reels. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. It just means that over time, as you get better and better, we can add in specific changes to help you reach even more people. My top 4 are to use hooks, trending songs, keep them short, and use a call to action. So let me actually just quickly break these down for you. So the first one, using hooks. This one is relatively easy, but also I'd say is probably the most important to get people to pay attention to you. I know I've said that Reels are the perfect way to reach more people, but reaching a person is one thing. Getting them to pay attention to you, that's a whole other ballgame. There are thousands, and I mean thousands of other Reels for them to watch. That's why your very first screen, and I mean the first 2 to 3 seconds of your video, it must include a hook. So a hook, in this sense, is something that makes people want to continue watching that video. So within the first couple of seconds, people need to know whether they should bother watching what you just created or not. And the hook is, if it's good enough, that's what's going to be drawing them in, and it makes them stay until the end of the reel. Now, another reason why your hook game should be really strong is that Instagram actually measures how long people watch a video for, not just the views. So even if you have a small number of views, but your reels are always so captivating that people watch them to the end, the algorithm ends up picking it up and exposing it to more people. So a good example is this. If you are making a video about something you once did, you can start with saying, guys, this is the crazy way that I accomplished this task, whatever it is. So the number 1 tip is to use a hook that's going to stop that scroll. The second one is using trending songs. So earlier I said that music makes everything better. It's not just about our emotions, it makes everything better. But do you know what actually makes music even better? Trending music. I know that we've been on social media for a while. There's always a new trend. It seems like almost every day there's actually something new. The thing is, there's also always trending music to play with. There's always a trending idea that you can work with. Don't shy away from trends, my friends, okay? There are definitely occasions where it's wise to avoid using ideas that are already popular, but seriously, this isn't one of those occasions, and I'll tell you why that is. If you use popular music, people who watch your reels will want to stay till the end, because there's a reason those songs are popular. People love them. So even if the beginning of the reel isn't that great for them, they will keep on because they find the song enjoyable. Now, another tip is that you should try using the original song of well-known pages, as this means an increased chance of you getting seen by people who just want to go through the reels that other people made with that trending song. In my last tip for trending music, look for that up arrow in the bottom left-hand corner of your reel screen. So as you are scrolling through different reels, the up arrow, that's going to signal that it's a trending song. And when it's a trendy song, you'll actually reach more people. Okay, so tip number 3 is to keep it short. Although yes, you can add up to a minute reels, you're better off keeping them short and to the point. So I find that 8 to 15 seconds is kind of best for my audience, but this encourages people to not only finish the reel, but sometimes they need to actually watch the reel multiple times to get the full message. Say what you want quickly, but just get it done. Short is best when it comes to reels. And the last one for you, make sure to use a call to action. So many people out there are forgetting this one part. It's the same with captions and your bio even. If you don't tell people what you want them to do next, then they're not going to do anything. But I know you're not making reels just for the sake of making reels. You have a back-end agenda. I get that. Is it for them to get to follow you? Is it to get them to read your caption? Do you want them to save that reel for later? Do you want them to click the link in your bio? What do you want them to do? Tell them. Tell them at the very end of your reel, and you will spike your engagement. So remember to add a call to action after every single reel. And remember, it must be something short. Don't overthink this. Just push a reel out there, and once you start getting results, you will know what works with your audience and what doesn't work with your audience. Now just promise me that. I just want you to get something out there. Okay, so my goal was to help you get started with making reels. It comes down to you actually implementing what I'm teaching you. Remember to create your reels, add in your hook, add in a call to action at the end. Keep it short, get it right to the point, and pair it with some trending music. Just start there. And actually tag me in your reels. I would actually love to see it, and I can give you some tips along the way. You can tag me at Lisa Ann Coaching on Instagram, of course. That's where reels are, and I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, and by the way, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you like this episode, can you do me a favor? Can you drop me a comment just to let me know that you're listening? And I definitely will see your reels on Instagram. I hope you have the best day ever, friend. My name is Lisa Ann, and that's all I have for you today. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here. And by the way, just a quick recap, next week's episode is all going to be about reel ideas. So I'll see you then. Bye for now, friend.